Like, share, and subscribe. Well, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. This is the daily chart. And very shortly here, Grandpa's going to point out some very interesting facts about this daily chart that might give you a little hope for your future or some insight. Okay, so they had their earnings call, and we're going to have a big Thursday. We're going to have a big Friday, too. Tesla. You got to admit, Tesla's exciting, very exciting. Okay, here's what Elon said in the earnings call. Elon said, very simply, that if rates, meaning interest rates, come down, we will be good. But if rates do not come down, we won't be good. That's pretty straightforward. That's what I like about Elon. He don't hype really. He tells it pretty straightforward in Grandpa's opinion, consistently, and Grandpa likes that about Elon. And are they going to lower interest rates? Absolutely. And are they going to start doing it in 24 here? Absolutely. And Tesla missed on most everything by a little bit on the earnings call. Not by much. I mean, they're making money, just not quite what they would have liked to see. And even bigger than that is this 24 with the price reductions. The margins are going to be a little bit less. But as interest rates go down, the margins will improve. The other thing, as inflation comes down a little bit, like lithium is much cheaper than it was before, for instance, that they use in batteries. And as the components come down in price, Tesla, long term, very bullish long term. Short term here, we're having a buying opportunity. So let's talk about this daily chart. We're going to talk about previous lows. In my last live stream, let's see, Grandpa kept saying lower highs or something like that as I was going through it. How does it go? I think I was saying higher lows, and it's lower highs I should have been saying. I'm not sure. Grandpa's. Okay, you see this 101.81 back here? This was about a year and 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I can tell you a little story about that, and to help put things in perspective for you. But Grandma had bought shares up in the 210 area, and if my memory serves me right, and she took the ride all the way down to 101.81 and all the way back up, and we went just shy of $300, and I can't remember where Grandma sold anymore, but she made a killing. She really did good. And but she took the whole ride down from 210 to 101 and back up and sold. That Grandma, she knows how to do it. I'm telling you what. Grandpa, on the other hand, bought down here at 104 and sold them at, I believe, 114. And I made my $7,000 or whatever. And wished I would have never sold them because it went up so fast. You know, by the time you got back in, you were paying more and more and more, and before it stabilized here some. Okay, so let's talk about previous lows. So we have the The oldest one here, a little over a year ago, it's the 101.81. The next one you have is 162, okay, area, right here. She went up, come back down to 162 area. These are approximates, by the way. And then it bounced over to 152 area, okay, where she went down to. It went back up some, retracement back down to 152, and then we're back off to the races, okay, and we're all the way back up to, oh, what? Well, we're up to just about 300 bucks, just under. And then she come back down, and we got down to 212, and she reversed again and went back up to the 180, just under 180, or 280, I mean, from 212 to 280. And the most recent low that we've had was 192, not that long back here. And approximate, I'm saying approximate 192. I think it was 191 and change after hours. And this daily doesn't show after hours. It don't even register it. But Grandpa knows that it did it because I seen it. But so currently, so 192 was the last time it went down, and she turned and she went right back up to just shy of our 269 by about 6 cents, if I remember right. We were within 6 cents of 269. I know because I had to sell at 269 and missed it at that particular point in time. I think I missed. I can't remember. But anyway, regardless, my point is this. You know, we have substance here at 184. We're going to absolutely see that number. And I think we're going to see it very shortly here. But Grandpa don't know for sure. They can go to 190 and turn around and go back up to wherever they feel like going and then come back down later, okay? It's a long, we got a whole year here. We want a buying opportunity. Grandpa's wish is coming true, where we're going to get a buying opportunity over this next year to add shares for our future. And that's what this is about for Grandpa. I want to add shares for me, for Grandma, for anybody. What I'm trying to tell you is Grandpa thinks we're going to see a bare minimum of 170. Okay, I think we're going to. I have buys in right now at 180, 184, some, and 180, and so on. Okay, and so does Grandma. And I'll scalp back and forth, and I'm even going to scalp Grandma back and forth this time instead of just letting her wait for the whole time. But if she lets it comes around, you know, you can't. I have to trade hers on her phone, and if she ain't here, I can't help her. You know, she's shopping, but we'll just do the best we can there. So my point is this: you don't know the exact bottom, and that's why you get a share here, get a share there, and be happy. In Grandpa's opinion, and when it gets, do we have a real chance of seeing 101 possibly this year? Absolutely, but I think that within 3 months here, we're probably going to see that 284. It'll be 7 months old. I still think we're going to come back up because we are so oversold to the extreme, and it's when she goes, it's when she went up last time from 101, it went up $200, and it didn't take long to do it. Okay, And wherever we're at here, wherever she stops, if it stops at 180, if it stops at 184 at Grandpa's substance line right here, and you add $100 to it, you're at 284. Um, Tesla is extremely oversold, and every single time it does it, the very least is 30%, and that's 60, $70. And the other, a lot of times it's 45%. So you're looking at 100 or more. Grandpa's just saying approximately 100. Um, and that takes you up here to our 284, and we're gonna see it. But when it turns, it's gonna go so quick, like this zoom, that if you sell like Grandpa did at 114 and make your little bit of money, the you'll be paying more the next time. Grandpa just hates that. But so, okay, what else do we got going with this thing? Model Y is absolutely the best-selling car in the whole world. The Model Y. They're talking about this $25,000 less expensive vehicle that they'll probably do. They're broke ground in Nevada. They're working on the Nevada plant for the semi and stuff. They're under construction slowly in Mexico on the Gigafactory, getting the groundwork done there. But Elon as much as expressed that they're going slow intentionally until this stuff comes out. And as far as AI and having an AI day, Tesla's got a problem. Every time they tell anything, their competition jumps all over it, and they get copied. Everything they do gets copied. And so in order to have a jump on it, they can't share a lot of what's going on and what they got rocking and rolling. And even when they project that they're going to come out with this or that, or with cars, or with their AI that they have going, and the Optimus robot thing, because of competition. Main thing is we get Elon his pay package, and that looks good. They also talked about once Delaware is cleared up and Elon gets his last shares that he's supposed to be getting, and that's settled, and it sounds like it will be. And then it sounds like Elon's going to get his pay package the way they're talking. And he'll get his 25%, and he's mostly interested in just being able to maintain 25%. And I don't know exactly what that pay package is going to entail, but it's going to have, sounds like they're going to structure it similar to before, where Elon took the company from 50 billion to 600 billion. I think that's 12x, and so they're near a trillion here. And are they going to tell them 8 trillion, bring it to, or 10 trillion? Elon says that Tesla's going to be worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, and I tend to believe him. Okay, energy. Here's some good news. The energy storage, the mega packs that they put out, and the utilities buy them. They're sold way in advance. Their income off of those in 2023 quadrupled, and very likely going to quadruple in 2024, 2025 again. I like that energy storage thing. That's the thing where they got a box about the size of a semi, and they buy 10, 20 of these at a time, these utilities, and so they can utilize their wind power and their uh, solar and have a place to store it. And then when they're, it helps keep them so they don't have blackouts and whatever. And so those energy storage and they have smaller ones, and it included all of it, but um, that's growing fast, and as well as other parts of the business. It's way more than a car company. Um, so we they could turn this bus around before 184, and they could turn it at 190. We have massive substance at 190. Um, what did they do? They closed at 195.50, I believe, after hours, and we had a low about 50 minutes before the close at about 10 after 7 p.m. Eastern. They hit 195 right on the money. And, you know, I don't expect any. I think we're going to be volatile, but I don't think we're going to have two major. I think we're going to get some bounces up. I think we're going to get some opportunities to sell some and look for a rebuy. Like grandma bought some in the very low 200s here, and you know uh, even get her $3-4 on those few shares, and then rebuy them at whatever 195 or 190, or you just do it as it comes, at that point. And to lower her average more, and grandpa does the same thing. I really lucked out because in my real account, I I took and um, put in a sell just under 210, and it hit. They they drove it up there right at the close, right after the close, actually, in like the first 5 minutes, and it went up there and bang, I sold those shares. So now it gave me more gunpowder to buy down below, and I mean that's huge. From 110 to or 210 to 195 is $15 move, and I didn't buy at 195 yet. I might regret that, but I really believe we're going to see 190, 184, 180. I think we're going to 170 at a minimum, but Grandpa could be wrong about that. Truthfully, we could go all the way to the 10107 because they they were down there goofing around for 5 days. Uh, Four of them pre-market and aftermarket, but one day when it was the 10107, they were down there buying for oh half a day, 100 shares of blink, and I mean they were blinking 30, 40 times a minute. So we have some substance at 10107. Just not what Grandpa would call a major thing that they'd have to go get, you know. Uh, but I'm telling you, we have enough substance at 190. So the sky isn't falling. Everybody's scared to death. Is the panic over? Are they going to panic some more tomorrow? Most likely. Uh, but there's enough people that know this is a buying opportunity. I'll tell you, uh, the market makers, the institutional investors, the big money, they're buying. They've been buying since 269 and below. They've been buying for 6, 7 months, uh, and Nobody should have this much fun. We just gotta hold out. Grandma made a killing. She took the ride to 101 from 210 average, all the way back up and sold. And this time she's got a 224 average. Yeah, are we going to go to 101? I don't know. Um, and I'll average her down the best I can. But grandma's going to turn out like a bandit if she hits her little deal tomorrow and in the 207 range. I want to sell a few of her shares if we bounce up there, rebuy them at 190. That's $17 gain on each one of those shares, and then sell them again. Just piddling around. We got nothing else to do until this is over. Other than that, just keep adding shares through this year. This is an opportunity. This year is a huge opportunity. Our future in Tesla looks very bright to Grandpa. Very bright. 7,000. Grandma's holding out for 10,000 though. She's not letting him have her shares for 7,000. Keep that in mind. The day will come when you sell your shares for 7,000 and you'll be upset because it goes to 10,000. You'll see that day in your future. Grandpa's humble opinion. Okay, all good things are from the Lord, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you tomorrow on Thursday. Yipper. It's going to be exciting. It was so wild, I didn't even trade my, I just let my simulated account go down. I didn't even play with it. I was so busy with what I was doing on my other accounts. Um, I just couldn't play with it. We'll get on top of that later. So I took a bloodbath on this thing, but in my simulator, but we'll straighten that out over time here. Okay, all good things are from the Lord, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't get down about this. Be positive. Be patient. Buy a few shares here and there. One a month, whatever you can afford. This is a buying opportunity. Nobody knows the bottom. Nobody. See you later.